Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Treya Tarot. This is the collective reading for Friday, August 16th, 2024. I'm going to be using my Morgan-Greer today. I have the, very intense urge to... Ooh, that shuffle didn't work so well. I have the urge to put all of my cards upright, but I'm going to leave this deck with its reversals for today. If you enjoy these readings... Ooh, I'm having a little trouble shuffling today. If you enjoy these readings, please like, comment, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so that you're notified when I upload a new video. And I don't know what's going on with me having trouble shuffling. Yesterday, it was all I wanted to do. All right, so let's cut the deck, see what we got for today. Oh, okay. Boundaries. All right, so whenever you find yourself nervous to speak a boundary, it's important to question what it is you're afraid of losing. Right here we have self-protectiveness, purveying your boundaries, so to speak, or knowing where your boundaries are, making sure you have all of your sides covered. The Seven of Cups is the card of, traditionally it's the card of false options, but it's also about confusion and not knowing what to pick, not knowing what's real. And then the Two of Wands reversed shows a bit of fear, potentially cowardice, that feeling of like, I don't have the courage to confront this. But if you can find the courage to confront it, it's the release you actually are looking for. There's something that you're afraid to say, or that we're afraid to say or acknowledge, probably about the past, with that Six of Cups on the bottom of the deck, that needs to actually be expressed to establish the way forward with a particular circumstance. This feels to me like, especially coming off of yesterday's reading, which was very positive in a lot of ways. So this feels to me like, let's say, this is just a supposition, but it's an example I can think of clearly. Let's say you're in a new relationship and you're afraid to talk about your needs and boundaries because you're afraid that it's going to lose you the thing that you want. That is most likely an old situation, okay? That's an old response from the past. So if you get confronted with old responses from the past in yourself, okay, that's the thing to be aware of. If you are scared of the same kinds of failures or the same types of abuses or the same types of, getting your hopes up and having something fall through. If you're experiencing fears about that kind of thing, your best bet is to find somebody trustworthy and express them. King of Pentacles, again, it's not the reality. That King of Cups reversed, that Queen of Cups reversed, there's this assumption that what we hold most dear is not what we're going to get. That what we hope for the most is not what we are going to achieve, but it is. It is. We are going to achieve the thing that we're hoping for. But first we have to get through our own doubt, fear, self-sabotage, all of that. Yeah. There's definitely a sense of this sort of faded shifting, that no matter what wound we are carrying forward from our past, that we're not going to be able to bring it with us. It's just not there anymore. Yeah. Wow. So yes, this weekend, if you find yourself self-sabotaging at all, if you find yourself feeling unlovable or unable to break through an old belief system or an old pattern of action on your own part, wait it out. Try not to be too hard on yourself this weekend. The good things are still coming. This is you confronting, or us confronting, something, some part of the, shadow material that we haven't excavated yet, which cannot come with us if we're going to move forward into what was coming up out of the reading yesterday, that sort of super positive decision point where you actually create the foundation to build the thing you want, because it feels normal now to have that thing, that experience. This tells me very clearly that the self-doubt is coming up into our experience for a little visit. I'm going to pull some more. I want to see if this kind of thing is just very momentary or not. I honestly feel like as we go through each layer of our old structures and belief systems, that we have to confront these things so that we can move forward without that kind of tying us down. It's hard to be in a new relationship if you think they're all destined to fail, So any of those self-sabotaging belief systems, they've got to come up. Oh, have a little trouble. Okay. All right. How do we get through it? Let's see what happens with this. Maybe there's some interesting advice here. Yeah. Okay. We get through it by internally understanding that we don't have to bring the wound forward. Okay. So the Three of Swords, upright, it's the silver lining. Okay. Upright, it's the seeing past the heartbreak. So this shows that there's a stuck point that we're working through right now. Okay. But we're getting through it. That Chariot, we're going to pull ourselves up and out of it. So as you start to hit the moments of self-doubt, or the moments where you think you cannot have the thing you've been working so hard for, if this happens to you this weekend, or to any group of us this weekend, because I feel like this is happening on a bigger scale. This probably relates to the astrology for the weekend. I'm not exactly sure what that astrology is, because I haven't listened to my videos yet this morning, but the feeling I get for this is that it's an overarching theme that we are all confronting in some way, self-sabotaging behavior, thoughts and feelings that don't actually honor us, that we keep abusing ourselves with, like, I don't deserve to be loved, or nobody can love me, things like that, or, I'll never be successful. There's definitely wounds here about that. The ways in which the world or people in your life have fueled this self-doubt, that will come into question. That will come up and out. I love this Two of Swords showing up so much over the past couple of days, but there is a way through that we haven't quite fully seen ourselves to the completion of. But that third way is what's coming into play now. The Hanged Man reversed. No more waiting. The Chariot, we're doing it. We're doing it. We're getting ourselves out of this. We are creating fair and honest and good relationships with each other. We are working on stabilizing our financial situations. We are doing it. We are finding our careers that need us to show up. The spaces in which we belong and are most effective, or that we're most effective in. The Star, hope, flow, taking control of your own emotional landscape. There's an active participation aspect of the Star where you have to be able to regulate yourself emotionally. This is about hope, but it's also for me about emotional regulation because of the way she holds both canisters, both pots, as she's pouring the water back and forth. It's this realization that you are an active part in your own situation, that things are not happening to you. And so you can have hope that things will get better because you know that you're part of that creation process. The Hermit is usually the light within, but it's showing up reversed. So this is going to show up outside of ourselves. This is going to show up as an external circumstance. I am calling this now. There are many of us that are going to experience this as past people coming back to challenge our old self-sabotaging belief systems, transitioning right in to new people in our lives that see us very clearly and can absolutely love us. kind of waiting in the wings as we process that out. So it could be that this weekend presents a choice point between the two scenarios. It could also be that both will be on the top of your mind, or that both people will show up in your experience this weekend so that you can have that interaction. This could also be a situation where you're being asked to choose between two different careers or two different ways of working. So say becoming a business person or working for someone else. You know, this is something that you would have picked wrongly about before based on your wounding, but you are now overturning and experiencing differently. That Queen of Rods reverse. Yeah, this is going to be a challenging aspect. I could see it. I could see the challenge here. This might feel a little sad this weekend, or it might feel a little bit like, oh, do I really have to face this again? That's more accurate. Do you really have to face this again? Yeah, one last time. Because once you do, the new beginning starts. There's one last new aspect of this old situation or this old way of being that you have to see, admit to, accept, and then release. And then you're done. All right. Well, that's a lot for a weekend. So I hope everybody gets through whatever their choice point is with flying colors. I'm sure we will with that Chariot there. I hope everybody has a good weekend. Please, if you do feel like commenting, I am looking for new tarot decks and I'm looking for suggestions. I really tend to like ones like the Ethereal Visions. I really like fantasy decks or decks based on certain types of like movies. Like I saw a Labyrinth one recently. If you have any good suggestions on tarot decks, or you have any requests as to what types of readings you want to see, please let me know. I will be expanding the amount of readings I'll be doing every week come September, and I'm looking to potentially do sign-specific readings or situation-specific readings like love, career, money, things like that. So please let me know what you're interested in, and I will get that made for you. All right? Have a good weekend, and I'll see you on Monday.